Henderson has flied to left, flied to center, grounded to short, and singled to short on the bad hop that struck Kevin Elster on the left arm. So Howard Johnson is the shortstop, and Henderson at the plate, and Rick Aguilera going to work. If you look at the Red Sox bench and you think of pinch hitters, they have only right-handed batters to go against Aguilera if they are thinking of batting for Schiraldi. Only right-hand hitters. And of course the #1 right-hand hitter, Don Baylor. And you can see he's loosening up. And a drive to left. Going back on it is Mookie Wilson, and this one is gone. Henderson has done it again. And a note on Rick Aguilera. He gives up the most home runs on the staff.
It looked like a fastball, and there you see Roger Clemens, and look at this bench.
And it is 4-3 Red Sox on the lightning-like home run of Dave Henderson.
And he knew it when he touched it off, and what a difference in the swing between this one on Aguilera and Ojeda.
A strike to Spike Owen, who is 3 for 3. So the Mets disdain the bunt, and the Red Sox make them pay with a home run. 1 ball and 1 strike. When the Mets bat in the bottom of the 10th, they'll have Backman, Hernandez, and Carter. Slicing foul off third, out of play.
You think that Henderson hasn't been on a roll?
Just look at him. One and 2 to count to Spike Owen. Fouled away. The Red Sox led 2-0. The Mets tied at 2-2. The Red Sox led 3-2. The Mets tied at 3-3. The Mets with a golden opportunity in the 9th inning to win it, let it get away, and Henderson hits the home run leading off in the 10th. And just to switch what we said the other night, it's so quiet in New York you can almost hear Boston. 1 and 2. That takes care of Spike Owen. 1 out in the 10th inning. Second strikeout for Rick Aguilera. And of course that home run does a lot of things, and among others, here comes Calvin Schiraldi. It looked like Baylor was going to hit for him until Henderson ripped it. Schiraldi followed by Wade Boggs. Mazzilli short and shallow in right field. That's a strike. 0-2. That takes care of Schiraldi. So 2 out in the 10th. Roger Clemens. 1 minute he was pitching a no-hitter. The next minute he was tied. And the Sox bullpen, that's Al Nipper chatting with him. 3 outs away. Ball 1. Boggs, 2 singles, grounded out, hit into a force play, and walked intentionally. He's 2 for 4. Fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike. To repeat, Backman, Hernandez, and Carter in the bottom of the 10th. And the Mets with 39 come from behind wins. And Henderson and company trying to take it and run. For the Red Sox, including that wild Game 5 of the playoffs with the Angels, the Boston Red Sox have won 19 games in their final at-bat this year. And that's hit in the alley in left center, but it's slicing, and Mookie can't get it. It's going to the wall. Boggs into second base with a stand-up double. So a home run and a double in the 10th inning. And the batter now, Marty Barrett.
Second baseman, Marty Barrett.
Marty Barrett lined out to center, 2 singles to left, and 2 walks. In there, 1-1.
Aguilera kind of quick pitched him that time, caught him between waving the bat. Although Marty might have been taking that pitch all the way, but he certainly didn't appear ready for the first time in this entire series, I might add.
0-1. Backman deep at second. 1 ball, 1 strike. Boggs at second, 2 out in the 10th, a run over. Red Sox 4, Mets 3.
Hernandez is trying to get Dykstra's attention to move him in. They're deep in that outfield, and with 2 outs, crack at the bat, Boggs will be off.
1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2. Three and 1. On deck, Bill Buckner. Little slider for a strike. 3 and 2. Boggs waiting to be picked up with 2 out. 3 and 2 to Marty Barrett. And it's hit into center, base hit. Dykstra charging. Here comes Boggs. He will score. The throw backed up by Aguilera, and Barrett goes to second. And it is 5-3 Red Sox. And what a big run that was.
Well, the scouting report says run on the Met outfielders, and Hernandez, as we mentioned, was trying to get Dykstra to move in, but with 2 outs, Boggs broke at the crack of the bat, and Dykstra's throw is so high nobody can cut it off. They pick up the extra base. And there again is Barrett. That is the 5th time he's been on base tonight.
So Marty Barrett puts extra weight on the Mets dugout, and here is Bill Buckner. Barrett taking second on that high throw to the plate. Buckner lined out to right, flied to center and to right, grounded out. Ball 1.
Is that ever going to be a long press conference for Davey Johnson if it ends like this?
In the bottom of the 9th inning, Ray Knight walked. Mookie Wilson bunted. The throw to second was high by Gedman, Jim Evans ruled that Owens was off the bag, and there was first and second, nobody out. A bunt puts the winning run at third base. But Davy Johnson opted to have Howard Johnson swing away, and he eventually struck out. Foul ball. And then, as so often happens after one decision, something immediately happens to make you rue the decision. Mazzilli, a fly ball deep to left that would have scored the winning run. But instead, the run is held at first and second. And when the Mets did not seize the opportunity, the Red Sox did in the 10th inning. Home run by Henderson, double by Boggs, single by Barrett, 2 runs over, and a 5-3 Boston lead. One and one. Fouled off. Marty Barrett with 3 singles and 2 walks. The only time they got him in the first inning, he hit one right on the button, but right at Len Dykstra in center. Hit him. So Buckner is nailed by the pitch, and that will bring up Jim Rice.
There's nothing you can do when that ball is right there.
Left fielder, Jim Rice.
So Buckner at first, Barrett holding at second, and Jim Rice coming up. Rice walked, struck out, flied to right, reached on a bad throw by Ray Knight, only to be thrown out at the plate, and struck out. High foul, out of play. 0-1. To repeat, in case you're not keeping score, Backman, Hernandez, and Carter due up in the bottom of the 10th, and Aguilera's spot is due up 4th. One ball, 1 strike. One and 2. And that's lined to right. Mazzilli has a bead on it and puts it away. But the Red Sox come up with 2 big runs on a single, double, home run. And at the end of 9 1/2, Red Sox 5, Mets 3.
You see the difference in that guy's swing against him and Ojeda? Oh, man.
5-3 Red Sox, and Wally Backman a strike. Backman is 1 for 3. Calvin Schiraldi trying to finish off the Mets and the 1986 baseball season. Fouled away. 0-2.
And it looks, Vin, with that swing that we're not going to see the Dykstra Art Backman beat out a bunt, which really is a story in itself.
Our particular thanks in sending you all the excitement and drama tonight to Mike Weissman, to George Finkel, Harry Coyle, and all the fellows who have worked so hard to bring you this World Series. 0-2 to Wally Backman. Little poke job to left. Rice coming over. 1 away. It is tough enough to lose. It is a long enough winter anyway. But when you have made a decision and it will stick in your craw all winter, it will make the offseason almost interminable. And that's the life of a big league manager. Here's Keith Hernandez. Fly to center, fouled out, single to center, walked intentionally, 1 for 3. Right. Rick Aguilera, who gave up the home run to Henderson. 1 ball and 1 strike. On deck, Gary Carter. So this at bat for Keith Hernandez, very important. Trying to make Carter tying run. 1-1. Ball 2. And that's hit to dead center with Henderson going to run it down. And the Mets are down to their last out. Tonight's NBC Miller Lite Player of the Game is Marty Barrett. Miller Lite happy to present a check for $1,000 in the name of Marty Barrett to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. Marty had 3 singles and 2 walks. Handled everything hit his way. Kevin Mitchell is on deck to bat for Rick Aguilera and Gary Carter at the plate. And he pops it foul, out of play. Gedman coming back. It is out of play. Carter had 2 great chances as we go back through the history books. And the Red Sox are 2 strikes away. In 1918, when the Red Sox won, each player received $1,000 as the winner's share. This year, each player will get more than $70,000. 1-1. The oil can, at least for the moment, looks like he has tomorrow off. 1-1. Dave Henderson joining Carlton Fisk with dramatic 6th game home runs. And Roger Clemens hoping for that last out. Lined into left field, base hit for Carter, and the Mets are still alive. Hit number 2 off Schiraldi, number 6 for New York, and with 2 out, representing the tying run, Kevin Mitchell. John McNamara guiding his infield and also checking his outfield for Mitchell. And the outfield deep and straight away. Barrett is on the rim, and Owen is deep at short. Check swing foul. 0-1. Mitchell has had 5 at-bats in the series. He's 1 for 5.
John was just one in his ball club. No trick plays, no nothing. Keep Mitchell off second base.
Carter at first. Curveball, and that's going to be hit to center. Base hit. And now suddenly with 2 out in the 10th inning, the tying runs are aboard, and Ray Knight will be the batter. Have been very important for 24 victories during the regular year. They were very important for 7 innings tonight. And now all Roger Clemens can do is fold them and watch. Bill Fisher going out to talk to Calvin Schiraldi. And of course that second run that appeared to be window dressing. The double by Boggs and the single by Barrett. That second run now becomes a tremendous weight around the necks of the Mets.
There really isn't a whole lot of strategy right about now. He's just reminding everybody of the situation. The big guy is Mitchell over there at first base.
The Mets left 2 men on base in the 8th. They left 2 men on base when they had a chance to win it in the 9th, and they have 2 men on base in the bottom of the 10th. Knight is 1 for 3 with a walk. Strike with a fastball at the knees. 0-1. Carter and Mitchell out on the line. Little roller up along third. Boggs is going to let it roll. It goes foul. So Knight comes back to hit with the count no balls and 2 strikes. Each team playing fast and loose with the baseball, as the error column would indicate. Zambito and Stanley are standing up in the bullpen for John McNamara, but neither man is throwing. Kevin Mitchell at first, Gary Carter at second, 2 out. And that's going to be hit into center field, base hit. Here comes Carter to score, and the tying run is at third in Kevin Mitchell. And the Mets refuse to go quietly. With 2 out, they come scrambling back with consecutive hits by Carter, Mitchell, and Knight. And John McNamara goes to the mound. 5-4 Red Sox, and he's also going to the bullpen. He wants Bob Stanley to pitch to Mookie Wilson. So the Mets, 39 times they came from behind to win, are battling to stay alive.
Uh-oh. All situations, like ice or...
Those cream puffs and tamarines, I treated myself to the best beer in the U.S. of A. Miller Lite. Light's less filling. And this taste makes me proud to be an American. As for you guys out there who spent 10 of the toughest weeks of your lives with me, I got one thing to say. How come you don't write?
We're proud to say there's only one like beer, Miller Lite. Power your business software into a new dimension with the Tandy 3000 computer. Important data is only milliseconds away from an advanced 286 microprocessor that delivers high-speed performance and PC compatibility. You can add up to 12 million bytes of memory and expand by sharing that power with others in your office. Discover the Tandy 3000 family of value-priced business computers at Radio Shack Computer Centers.
Calvin Schiraldi couldn't do it, and it's up to Bob Stanley, and it's up to Mookie Wilson, and the crowd is alive again, and Rick Aguilera praying that he'll get off the hook. Mookie Wilson struck out, single to right, grounded out, and then sacrificed. And that was the bunt that Gedman fielded and threw high to Spike on at second base.
Dale Ford just checked that ball, rubbing it. Now he's going out to talk to Stanley. I wonder what that's all about.
Stanley throws, among other things, a palm ball. You have the tying run 90 feet away in Kevin Mitchell, and the possible winning run at first in Ray Knight. And here's Mookie. Fouled off. 55,078 here at Shea, and they have really been put through the ringer. One ball, one strike. Ball two. And on deck, Howard Johnson, who had that most important at-bat in the ninth inning. Fouled away, 2-2. Fouled away again. Fouled away. Tension mounts some more with 2 out in the 10th. 5-4 Red Sox. Ray Knight at first. Kevin Mitchell at third. 2-2 to Mookie Wilson. And it's going to go to the backstop. Here comes Mitchell to score the tying run, and Ray Knight is at second base. And he pops it in the air, foul off to the right. Gedman coming over. He will not have a play. That was a wild pitch.
Way inside, Gedman reaches for it. You see he hardly moved as far as shifting, and it gets by him. A wild pitch. Apparently not near where he was looking for the pitch.
5-5 in a delirious 10th inning. Line drive foul.
And Marty Barrett was out of position because they had Knight really picked up, and Stanley didn't see him. There it is again. You see, he just reaches for the ball. Down goes Mookie. It kind of sailed inside. And here comes Barrett in to talk to Stanley, because had Mookie hit just a weak ground ball, Barrett was way out of position because they had a good chance to get Knight at second base.
Can you believe this ball game at Shea?
Oh, brother.
So the winning run is at second base with 2 out. 3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
wants me to go over there and...
If one picture is worth 1,000 words, you have seen about 1,000,000 words. But more than that, you have seen an absolutely bizarre finish to Game 6 of the 1986 World Series. The Mets are not only alive, they are well, and they will play the Red Sox in Game 7 tomorrow. Let's go down on the field in this madhouse to Marv Albert.
The Mets were one strike away from elimination. Mookie, have you ever seen anything like this?
Dave, this whole postseason play has been unbelievable. But you got to give credit to the guys. We don't give up, and the nice and perfect is out. We could have used to fold it, but everybody battled back. And it was up to me to do my part, and I did the best I could.
What went through your mind as you saw that bouncer going in the direction of first baseman Bill Buckner?
My only thoughts was to beat the pitcher there. And I thought I had a good chance of beating the pitch, and I think Buckner saw that too, so maybe tried to rush a little bit. And that was it. I knew it wasn't a very hard hit ball, but it had the angle and the spin.
All right, and off the angle and the spin, the man to my right, Ray Knight, scored the winning run. And Ray, you are totally exhausted.
Marv, I am. This is an emotional thing. Physically, you get tired, but mentally, after I made that error and gave him the go-ahead run, I just never felt worse in my life, and I just kept hoping that I'd get up there. This is a game of redeeming features, and thank the good Lord I had the opportunity, and then I wasn't the GOAT. But you don't care about making errors, but you want to win, and we put our heart into this. And I'm just exhausted. I'm happy, but I've never been more tired than I am right now.
Ray, you mentioned the word GOAT. You went from potential GOAT to hero with the bad throw in the 7th inning.
Well, no doubt about it. I laid back on the ball to get the good hop, and it took a little funny hop, and I had a bad grip on it and threw it wild. You never want to make an error in that situation. And I said, if there's any justice in this world with the season I've had and what I came back from, I'll get a chance. And I got that chance, and the good Lord is on my side. Didn't hit the ball that good, but it went in there for me, and here we are winning. And I don't worry about the error. I'll never worry about that error again, but it's been a tough winter for me had we not come back.
All right, 2 outs, 10th inning. You're down by 2 runs. You guys are sitting on the bench. You were down. Did you think it was all over?
I didn't. I honestly didn't. I came in and I said, we've scored 2 runs before, guys. Let's just get it going. Even with 2 outs, I really said a little prayer to get Gary a base hit. He got the base hit, and Mitch got the big hit. I got 0-2, and I just tried to concentrate, and I didn't get much of the ball. I got a hit. We've come back all year when we've had to. I know the character in this ball club, Marv, and I never say die with this club, and I'm not surprised. I just thank the good Lord, because you just wonder how many times it can happen.
All right, what does the victory here tonight mean for a 7th game tomorrow night?
I think it's the way that we won it. We came from behind, which is the first time I think a team in this series has come from behind to win a ball game. And I don't believe it's something as momentum, but I do believe that mentally we got to be really up for tomorrow after coming off and beating the best. And we have to take all can now, and we got a pretty good pitch ourselves going.
Do you feel good about going against a guy like Oil Can Boyd, who certainly has had his ups and downs and had his difficulties against the Mets at Fenway?
Well, I tell you what, if you don't feel good about getting into Game 7 after being two runs down with 2 outs, boy, what can we ask for? It's like a rebirth, and we just come out tomorrow, and everything has to turn to our side. But we know the same thing can happen to us. Funny game. I'm thankful we're there tomorrow. I can't think anymore. I'm numb.
All right, 2 of tonight's Met heroes, Ray Knight and Mookie Wilson. Let's get back upstairs to Vin and Joe.
All right, Marvin, as we see a study in contrast, an 11th hour reprieve for Davy Johnson, a heartbroken and downcast John McNamara. We can tell you the winning pitcher was Rick Aguilera. The losing pitcher was Calvin Schiraldi. Tomorrow night, Game 7 of the '86 World Series. The excitement gets underway at 8 o'clock. Pre-game show followed by Game 7. The World Series is home on NBC, and ain't we got something.
The pictures told it all.
They sure did. Hope you'll join us tomorrow night at Shea Stadium in New York for the final game. For Joe Garagiola, Vin Scully wishing you a very pleasant good evening.